the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. For the Timberwolves, they know this is not your throwaway game, a team they defeated in the second round of last year's playoffs. They'd better be ready. And Andrew Wiggins from an athletic family. His father played in the NBA, his mother a world-class sprinter. You can see why they call the young Canadian Maple Jordan.
Oh, wow. That's a lofty praise for the young man. I've never heard that.
Jordan.
I never heard that, but he attacks the basket, well enough from the outside. He keeps the defenders off balance.
Golden State Warriors. At center, Festus Ezeli. At center, Festus Ezeli.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. We're going to have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. Welcome to Minnesota, the home court advantage for the Timberwolves here at the Target Center. Well, compared to last season, you'd have to say the start to this season has not been quite what you'd expect. They hope to improve their record with the win tonight, certainly.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they're not in a good place right now as a ball club. After the success of last season, they were expecting bigger and better things this year.
And you know what? Even though the season hasn't been a complete disaster, they're pretty dysfunctional as a team right now.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Shake and bake. He's in at shooting guard. DeRozan out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Curry. And it's Ezeli in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's DeRozan. He had 19 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Levine. There's a good screen. Wiggins outside. Drops in the tray.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Pass to Shake and Bake. A 3-ball. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the miss by Gary Harris. It's Curry with the drive. Down low. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, I had a chance to catch up with the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach. He told me it's a fun challenge trying to slow down a team that's so cagey and opportunistic offensively. He said, of course we've done our scouting, but this is the first time we've seen them firsthand this season. So it'll be interesting to see if we can take them out of their sets and slow them down at that end. Guys, they'll have to be solid defensively. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. I think the message coach has delivered is well-focused, guys.
Yeah, straight to the point there. I mean, defend their shooters with every ounce of energy they can muster.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach go deep into his bench tonight because of that. They're going to be expending a ton of energy on defense, and he's going to need everybody to be ready to play.
Here's Shake and Bake. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Fires from deep. Shot is no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Wiggins drives in. Here's Towns. Soft touch off the glass. Towns has got his second basket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Passes it to DeRozan. Inside and stolen by Harris. He kicks it to Levine. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Curry passes to Green, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
I don't think they come much easier than that look.
Here's Levine. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Fires the 3. The shot misses. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 from deep so far in this game. Shake and bake passes to Curry. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Towns. Laverne comes in for Tristan Thompson. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Thornton in for Harris. Here's Mayo after the basket by Minnesota. Pass to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. No good from Shake and Bake. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
Burton's check. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Shake and Bake in at shooting guard. Azelia's out there with Green. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Curry in at the 1. Here's Levine. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wiggins. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
DeRozan passes to Shake and Bake. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Shake and Bake's got 11 points.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
So it's Minnesota now, following the miss by Freak. And it's the Warriors on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And so it's Minnesota with it. The Warriors making the shot. And it's good. 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Shake and Bake. He's got 13. DeRozan passes to Shake and Bake, and it's blocked. And it's Harris off the drive. Great D that time from Green.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets got the job done. He had 40 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Well, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Harris with it. Now Green defending. Clark down low that time, and he got the 3 seconds. So as we conclude the first Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Shake and Bake. He has 18 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
And with more to come, it wouldn't hurt to keep getting him the basketball.
Levine is out there with Harris. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Thompson. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Wiggins. It's stolen by Curry. And here's the break. Shake and Bake passes to Curry. Sinks the triple. Curry's got the first points of the second half here for the Warriors.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Warriors leading by 20. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. The pass to Shake and Bake. Feeds it to Ezeli. Here's Shake and Bake. And another 3 for Golden State.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor. Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
It's Curry with the drive. Ezeli can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Shake and Bake. 21 points in the game. Curry passes to Shake and Bake. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Harris, right side, from the baseline. Harris missing again. Warriors leading by 18. Pass to Shake and Bake. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 24 points for Freak.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Knocks it loose. And it's the Warriors on the break. And Curry with the stuff.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Levine. 6 points for him. Here's Shake and Bake. Offensive rebound. Ezeli. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, they're getting beat down the floor. And really, unless you're going to the glass, you have got to sprint back defensively. No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get.
Minnesota also with the sub. Jones checked in for Levine. Shake and Bake's checked in for Golden State. The dish to Iguodala. Minnesota with the rebound. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, an interesting history between these two. I mean, last year they were swept by this club in the regular season, but rebounded to take them down in the playoffs.
Well, the question, Greg, is this. Will their fortunes reverse once again?
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Warriors shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Shake and Bake in at point guard. Rudy Gay is out there with Richardson. Then it's Mayo, and it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot. Here's Joseph. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Well, he's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Mayo kicks to Iguodala. Here's the screen. Rudy Gay on the wing. The feed to Towns. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. Shake and bake passes to Richardson. That's tipped. To the paint, here's Joseph. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Shake and Bake. Shoots the three. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And a wide open look for Thornton. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. That's good. 12 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Shake and bake passes to Richardson. Here's Gay. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Thornton dishes to Laverne. And Thornton kicks to Towns. Here's Joseph. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. His three-pointer's off the mark. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Houston. Jones with it. Gay picks him up defensively. And that one's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Mayo, the pass to Shake and Bake. Golden State moving it around. Stolen by Joseph. Jones, no luck. Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
In the corner, Thornton with it. And stolen by Mayo. Shake and bake passes to Richardson. The shot is off.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
Thornton with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Towns, another miss by Minnesota. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. For 3, that's good. 35 points for Freak.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Burton's checked in for O.J. Mayo.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Shake and Bake. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did, but boy, that was a nice job.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, here with
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan player. Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.